Hey everyone, it's Lynnea for Simon Hurley Create, and I'm going to be making a super fun Easter card today. So I'm using some of the new products that are just released. I have the Egg Hunt Peel Apart background stamp and the Happy Easter stamp set as well. I'm working on a piece of stark white cardstock. This is the best all-around go-to cardstock. It's heavyweight, bright white, great for Copic coloring, and great for stamping and ink blending. I'm taking the Egg Hunt Peel Apart background stamp and taking full advantage of the Peel Apart feature. There are 5 different egg patterns, and so there's one of each pattern that's going to peel off of this background stamp. I am going to be creating a full background full of these Easter eggs, but I didn't want to have just one color of egg. I wanted each egg to be individually colored. So I'm taking the whole array of Simon Hurley Create dye inks, and I'm going to be mixing and matching them. I'm going to be putting one color on the top and a different color on the bottom, and then using one of my little fingertip daubers there, and it's actually a blending tool, so they're the bristles like a regular blending brush would be, just in fingertip form, and I'm kind of dabbing over the center to blend those two colors together, and then I'm stamping down. Because this is a red rubber stamp, I get a great impression on the very first time. And I'm just going to build up my backgrounds, and I'm alternating through all 5 of these patterns. And you're going to see me use colors that blend together, like say a yellow and a green like I'm doing here. But I'm also mixing some colors that shouldn't mix together, like sometimes I'll put an orange and a green on the same egg. And because I'm not overlapping the ink, so it's hard to tell, but I'm kind of putting one ink on the top, one ink on the bottom, and then just blending them together with that blender brush. And I'm always using a brush that is the darker of the two colors on my egg. So if I have a purple and a blue, I'll be grabbing the purple blender. If I have a yellow and a green, I try to grab the green blender. That way I'm not getting any cross-contamination. If I get a little bit of yellow on my dark green blender, it's not really going to show up. But if I get some dark green on my yellow, it might show up a little bit. So I'm just going back and forth between all 5 of these egg patterns, inking up with 2 colors of Simon Hurley Create dye inks and kind of blending them together and then stamping. And now I have this fun, multicolored, multi-patterned Easter egg background using that Egg Hunt Peel Apart background stamp. Let's grab some images to go on top of my card. I'm using the Happy Easter stamp set, and I'm grabbing this cute little bunny and his Easter basket, and I'm going to stamp them down. I'm going to do some Copic coloring, and I've sped this up quite a bit. I used to always use just 2 markers for my blending. It's easy and it's quick, but recently I've really been working on practicing and developing my Copic coloring skills. So for this white bunny, I'm actually going to be using, I think it's 6 markers. So I sped this up quite a bit, just so you can kind of get a little taste of my coloring technique. I'm starting with C5, which is a very dark gray. And it's a color that I never would have thought to use for white, but that's the darkest color that I'm going to start with today, and I'm just putting that in the areas where there should be the deepest shadows. Then I'm going down to my C5 marker, or C3 rather. C5 was what I started with. C3 is going to be my next color, and I'm just kind of pulling out those shadows a little bit, just blending over and pulling out the color just a little bit. Now the C3 is one of my medium tones for the main body of my bunny, but it's going to be the darkest color for the bottom part of his face and for the tummy there. From C3 I went to C2, C1, and C0, and then I finished it off with just a little bit of colorless blender, and that's going to blend all those colors together and kind of give me those deep shadows where I want them and lighter towards the center. Now I'm going to add some dot detail. This is something I love to do for critters. I'm going to take my darkest color, which is C5, and just dot a little bit in the shadow areas. So wherever I had added that C5 marker to color, that's where I'm going to add some of that dot detail. I trimmed them all out and I stamped a sentiment from that Happy Easter stamp set in the bottom right-hand corner, but I didn't like how it was looking. So I stamped it again on white cardstock and bubble cut around it and popped everything up with foam for some fun dimension. And this is my adorable, colorful, Happy Easter card. Thank you all so much for watching. I have linked all of the Simon Hurley Create products that I've used in this video in the description below, and I will see you again soon. Bye! Thank you again very much for watching this video. If you liked this video and you'd like to see more from me, please hit that subscribe button that is on the screen now. And here are a few other videos that I thought you might enjoy.